When your business feels like it's on the brink of collapse, the answer isn't to grind it out 60-hour weeks. It's to stop everything for 48 hours. I know that sounds completely insane, but you're probably thinking, I can't afford to stop. My company will burn to the ground if I take my foot off the gas for a second. You're feeling the weight of payroll, the heat from clients, and that endless list of fires that only you can put out. I get it. I've been there. But what if the very thing that you're avoiding, that complete and total stop, is the one thing that can save your company? What if the nonstop hustle, the sleepless nights, and the constant state of panic aren't the cure, but the disease itself? If you're working your butt off but feel like you have nothing to show for it except exhaustion and a growing sense of dread, then this is for you. In this video, I'm going to share the 48-hour business fast, a counterintuitive strategy designed to fix your mindset before you try to fix your business. We're going to challenge the hustle harder mantra that's driving you into the ground and replace it with the strategic reset. This will give you the clarity, energy, and perspective you need to actually turn things around. This isn't about working harder, it's about working right, and it all starts with a full stop.
Welcome to Growth Mindset Matrix, where entrepreneurs rewire their thinking, build momentum, and engineer exponential growth. Let's unlock your next breakthrough.
If you're watching this, you probably feel like you're pushing a giant boulder uphill. Every single day, you're exhausted, overwhelmed, and losing faith. This isn't just a rough patch. It has a name, and it's called the plateau trap. This is a state of stagnation where your belief in yourself and your ability to take effective action are both at an all-time low. And you're not alone. Recent studies show that a staggering 72% of entrepreneurs report mental health concerns, including burnout, anxiety, and depression. It's a silent epidemic in the entrepreneurial world, and a vicious cycle where low belief tanks your actions, and the lack of results from those actions crushes what little belief you have left. To help you see this clearly, think about what I call the growth mindset matrix. It's a simple grid that maps out your state of mind based on two things: your level of belief and your level of action. In quadrant 1, you've got high belief and high action. This is the peak performance zone where ideas are flowing, you're executing, and the business is growing. It's where we all want to be. In quadrant 2, you have high belief but low actions. This is the visionary's trap. You've got big dreams and you believe in them, but you aren't really doing anything. You're stuck planning, perfecting, and procrastinating. In quadrant 4, there's low belief but high action. This is the busy burnout. You're working insane hours, you're doing all the things, but deep down you don't believe that it's going to work. You're just spinning your wheels, mistaking motion for progress, and it's leading you straight to exhaustion with zero results. And then there's quadrant 3. Low belief and low action. This is the plateau trap. This is the most dangerous place to be. Your energy is gone, your motivation is shot, and your vision is blurry at best. You might be showing up to work, but you're just going through the motions. The passion is gone, replaced by a dull, constant anxiety. You're not making bold moves. You're just trying to survive. Over 80% of founders have reported experiencing high stress in the past year, and a key divider that pushes them right into this trap. Here's where we all go wrong. When we're in the plateau trap, we misdiagnose the problem. We think it's external. We need a better marketing funnel, a new sales script, or a different social media strategy. So we're frantically pile more work onto our already overloaded plate. But the root cause isn't strategic, it's psychological. Your decision making is shot, your creativity is gone, your resilience is non existent, and it's like you're trying to build a skyscraper on a foundation of quicksand. When your inner game is off, no external strategy is going to save you. Continuing to hustle like this is like trying to outrun a bear with a broken leg. You're just making the injury worse and guarantee that you get caught. And the cost is devastating. It's not just the business failing, it's the human cost. It's the fact that about half of the founders say their mental health is bad or very bad. It's the 55% of founders who suffer from insomnia. It's the 1/3 of entrepreneurs who've seriously considered quitting, not because the idea was bad, but because they were personally broken. So, what's the answer? Stop trying to fix the business for now. First, we have to fix the founder, and that's where this protocol begins. The first step is the most radical, and for many, the hardest. It's the 48-hour business fast. This means for 2 full days, you do absolutely nothing related to your business. And I mean it, nothing. No emails, no Slack, no checking the sales dashboard, no quick calls, no bookkeeping, no brainstorming. You have to completely and utterly disconnect from the thing that has been consuming your life. Why? Because your brain and your body are in a state of emergency. Exhaustion doesn't just make you tired. It fundamentally impairs your ability to think clearly, solve problems, and make sound decisions. Working in this state isn't just unproductive, it's destructive. You're far more likely to make a catastrophic error, tick off an key employee, or botch a critical sale when you're running on empty. Think about a world-class athlete. Do they train 24/7? Of course not. They know recovery isn't the opposite of training, it's an essential part of training. Rest is when muscles rebuild and get stronger. Your brain is no different. Research consistently shows that taking breaks restores focus, prevents decision fatigue, and it boosts creativity. This isn't lazy, it's strategic. Now, let's talk rules, because how you spend this time is critical. This isn't about melting into a couch and binge watching TV for 48 hours. That's passive consumption, and it can lead to you feeling just as drained. We're aiming for a high quality recovery. So here's how to do it. First, you prepare for your absence. Don't write a 10-page memo. Just send a simple direct message to your team and key clients. Something like, I'll be disconnecting and unavailable for the next 48 hours for a personal reset. I won't be checking email or messages. For true emergencies, please contact. Otherwise, I'll respond when I return on. And that's it. Set an autoresponder with the same message. The world won't end. In fact, you might be surprised how well your team steps up. Second, during this 48 hours, you have to replace work with things that genuinely restore you. What does that look like? It looks like sleep. Don't set an alarm. Let your body wake up when it's ready. You're probably carrying a massive sleep debt, and it's time to start paying it down. It also looks like a moment in nature. Go for a long walk, hike a trail, sit by a lake. There's a profound power in disconnecting from screens and reconnecting with the natural world. It calms your nervous system and lets your mind wander. It looks like real connection. Spend some time with your partner, with your kids, with your friends, and make one rule: no complaining or even talking about business. Ask about their lives, talk about hobbies, re-engage with the parts of you that have been buried under the title of founder. It also looks like a forgotten hobby. What did you love to do before your business took over? Playing a guitar? Painting? Cooking? Do that. Activities that put you in a state of flow where you lose track of time are incredibly powerful for resetting your brain. I can already hear the objections, but what if a huge crisis happens? Or what if I lose my biggest client? I can't afford 2 days off. I'm already so far behind. But let's be brutally honest, like a friend should be. Your business is already in crisis. The crisis is you. Your burnout is the single greatest risk to your company's survival. The state you're in right now, exhausted, anxious, and clouded, is far more dangerous than being offline for 48 hours. A calm, clear-headed you working for one focused hour will get better results than the current you working for 12 frantic hours. This fast isn't about an expense. It's the single best investment you can make in your company's future. I know for many of you, the idea of completely disconnecting is a source of major anxiety all by itself. To help you, I've created a free 48-hour business fast checklist and field guide. It's a simple PDF that walks you through preparing your team, what to do during the fast, and just as important, how to get back into the swing of things without falling back into your old habits. You can download it right now using the link in the description. It's my gift to you because I know how critical this first step is. Go grab it and let's talk about what happens after the fast. The 48-hour fast is the emergency intervention. It stops the bleeding, but it doesn't heal the wound. For that, we move to the reframe phase. This is where we systematically rebuild your mindset from the ground up. This phase has 3 core habits that you'll start immediately after your fast. Step 1 is the rule of 30. Start the day after your fast. You're going to dedicate your first 30 minutes of your day to high impact learning. Before you check a single email, before you look at your calendar, you will invest in yourself. This isn't about learning a new market hack. This is about re-expanding your mind. Read a book on leadership or philosophy. Listen to a podcast with a leader you admire. The goal is to shift your focus from fixing your broken business to growing your capable mind. Psychologically, this is a game changer. The plateau trap makes you feel stuck. The rule of 30 directly attacks that feeling. It's a daily declaration that you can learn and grow. This practice is the cornerstone of developing what Stanford psychologist Kara DeWitt calls a growth mindset, the belief that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. By starting your day with learning, you are literally rewriting your brain to see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities. Step 2 is micro wins and process goals. When your belief is at rock bottom, big goals are poison. A big goal like land 2 new clients this month will only demotivate you if you don't believe you can do it. It just reinforces the narrative of failure in your head. We're gonna change the game. Forget the daunting outcome goals. We're going to focus on small, specific, 100% controllable process goals. These are your micro wins. What's that look like? Instead of land 10 clients, your goal for the day might be spend 30 minutes refining my sales pitch or send one highly professionalized outreach email. These actions are simple, manageable, and their completion is entirely up to you. You can't control if someone says yes, but you can control if you send the email. Science here is simple and profound. Every time you complete a micro win, your brain releases a small hit of dopamine, the neurotransmitter of motivation and reward. By creating a chain of small wins, you are scientifically rebuilding your own momentum. Make it visible. Get a whiteboard or a piece of paper. Every time you complete a process goal, put a big satisfying check mark next to it. At the end of the day, you'll have a visual record of your progress. It dismantles the I can't mindset and replaces it with a quiet, growing confidence of I can. Step 3 is to reconnect with your why. In the fog of burnout, it's easy to forget why you started this in the first place. The passion gets buried under the panic. So we need to dig it back up. To do this, you're going to write a conviction statement. Something in the week after your fast. Block out an hour and write a detailed emotional statement about why this business matters and go deeper than money. Money is a product, not a purpose. What does success here really give you? Is it freedom? The impact you want to have on your clients? Legacy for your family? Or the joy of solving a tough problem? But you need to be specific. Write about what it is, what it feels like. What will you do with that freedom? Who will you help with that impact? Once you have this statement, read it out loud every single morning right after your 30 minutes of learning. This re-anchors you to your North Star. It reminds you that the daily grind isn't just a series of tasks. It's the raw material for building a life of purpose. It's the why that makes the how possible. When you combine these three habits, daily learning, micro wins, and connection to your purpose, you fundamentally reframe your entire approach. You're no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are an active architect of your growth. Okay, time for section 4, the recharge protocol. Once you've gone through the reframe protocol, you'll be in a completely different headspace. The fog will have lifted, your energy will be returned, and now, and only now, you're ready to start fixing your business. This is the recharge phase, where we apply the new mindset to smart, focused actions. With a clear mind, you can finally look at your business objectively. Without the panic, you can honestly diagnose the real problems. Maybe it's the cash flow. Maybe you have the wrong customers. Maybe your product is solid, but your messaging is all wrong. The reframe process gives you the space to see these truths and recharge. The recharge is about acting on them with precision. This is where powerful business strategies that were useless to you before can finally work. For instance, you can now embrace the 10x mindset. Before, thinking bigger just felt like more pressure. Now, with your belief restored, you can set ambitious goals that inspire you instead of intimidating you. You can also now effectively apply the 80-20 principle. When you were burnt out, every task felt urgent. With a clear head, you can spot the 20% of activities that are driving 80% of your results. This lets you ruthlessly cut the busy work that was draining you and double down on what truly matters. Maybe you'll find that 80% of your stress comes from 20% of your clients. What if you fired them? Before, that was terrifying. Now, it's a strategic option. And finally, you can start building self-managing teams. A burnt-out founder is a micromanager. A reframe founder is a leader who empowers their team. You can now shift from doing all the work to creating systems that let your team succeed without you. This is the only true path to scaling your business and reclaiming your life. The recharge phase isn't about finding a magic bullet. It's about applying a disciplined approach to the right problems at the right time. Your business didn't break overnight, and it won't be fixed overnight. But with the right mindset as your foundation, you can now build a recovery plan that is sustainable, strategic, and successful. The core message I want you to take away is simple. If you feel like your business is failing, the problem is not your work ethic. It's not that you aren't trying hard enough. The problem is you're trying to solve a mindset problem with a work harder solution, and it will never work. The counterintuitive path to saving your company starts with saving yourself. It starts with having the courage to stop. So, we've covered the entire protocol. Start with the 48-hour business fast to stop bleeding. Move to the reframe phase to rebuild your mindset through daily learning, micro wins, and reconnecting with your why. And finally, enter the recharge phase, using your new clarity to to take smart, strategic action. This isn't just theory. This is a blueprint to pulling yourself out of the plateau trap, but it requires you to take that first step. So, I challenge you right now to look at your calendar and schedule your 48-hour business fast. It will be the most productive thing that you do for your business all year. Don't forget to download the free Business Fast checklist and field guide. Link is in the description. It has everything that you need to execute this first step flawlessly. If this video resonated with you, please subscribe. We're going to talk a lot more about building resilience and profitable business without sacrificing yourself in the process. Thanks for your time. Now go rest and get ready to come back stronger.